All right, welcome back to our channel once again. Princess Hits. Today is a beautiful Wednesday morning, the 17th of July 2024, and we are thankful to God for a very fair weather, thankful to God for our expectations. The Bible said the expectations of the righteous shall not be cut short. And we are blessed to have a God that has always been with us through all of this back and forth and swinging off and swinging on. The Lord has been faithful through it all. We've had some voice notes from the media aid of Apostle Ken Nwakama yesterday, and to God be the glory that there were some positivity statements that was made in essence of the expected grant, and we are still alive. Yes, we are alive, and we keep being alive to enjoy the blessings of what is ahead of us and what God is poised to give to each and every one of us through this media. And today we are about to expose to us some matters of urgency from the office of Ostracom. When we say Ostracom, that is the UAAG Strategic Communication and Corporation Affairs. We have some important update from them that we will not just slide over or carpet, because these are very important to our livelihood and our being. So it's of essence that we pay attention to this very most important information for our consumption. Thank you very much. And this is a report or a commentary coming from there. Yes, just few days ago on the 15th, and it will be good that we get to hear this. All right, matters of urgent public importance. A conspiracy of desperation and an appeal to the grant community and larger Nigerian public not to succumb to blackmail. That is the headline of this commentary this morning, and it states like this: when hate-filled persons become too desperate to fulfill the evil goals of malice, they get careless, make and ignore silly mistakes, and leave behind an ugly trail of their inadequacies. Desperation and malice are killers. When they meet, they destroy anyone who harbors them. From the myriad of careless and costly mistakes they have recently made, it has become crystal clear that there are former friends of His Excellency, Ambassador Professor Ken Nwakama, who are very desperate to demonize him, threaten his life, and even possibly harm him. Maybe it's a vendetta of some sort, but they are persons who were thought to be his friends, having worked together with him just up to the very recent past. They all still confess to having severally and at various times benefited from his geniality and generosity. But today, they have all joined in a conspiracy of desperation against him to get the UAAG country director nailed at all costs. Has become their sole ambition. Trajectory of evil desperation. The haters of Ken Nwakama and his grant disbursement project, which will bring joy untold to not a few Nigerian homes, have chosen the wrong weapons of hate, malice, and falsehood against the truth. It is a choice that dooms them to a shameful failure, because nothing can be done against the truth but for the truth. Let us just take a look at the recent case. Number one, a worried CEO of a UAAG partnering NGO. And there are thousands of equally worried CEOs threatens to organize a protest against the country director and the government-instituted disbursement committee for the long delay to disburse. Number two, a leader of a CEO's group of partnering NGOs saying something about holding a press briefing to present a public appeal to the President, His Excellency, Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to kindly use his good offices to effect a speedy disbursement of the much-awaited grant funds. All right, these are two cases here. The first one is a worried CEO of a UAAG partnering NGO, and it says in bracket, there are thousands of equally worried CEOs also, not just him, who is now threatening to organize a protest against Apostle Ken Nwakama, the country director, and the government instituted disbursement committee for the long delay because of the delay of disbursement. That is a section, is a case on its own. The other section is a leader also of another group who has partnered, who has a partnering NGO, who is saying something about holding a press briefing to present a public appeal to His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to use his good office to effect speedy disbursement of the much-awaited grant funds. These are two classes now of a case that is on ground. But suddenly, after these two proposed actions were made public, haters hit the airwaves with false accusations. First, an anonymous broadcaster takes to the airwaves to allege that the UAAG country director is the one instigating and inciting Nigerians against one another and also against their government, with an aim to divide Nigeria. And of course, the country director, Ken Nwakama, is an Igbo man. And this hater knows quite well that if you want to turn an Igbo person to Satan in Nigeria, you simply accuse them of plotting to divide Nigeria. But truly, one is left wondering when and how Nigeria became a piece of cake that you could divide so easily. That however, beg your pardon, is the extent of callousness and unbridled adventurism that drives the actions of evil minds, because everyone knows that Ken Nwakama is terribly opposed to any protest action or whatever could lead to public disturbance. Before you can do well in this type of evil business, you have to truly believe that someone somewhere will believe your lies. But these liars can be easily stopped if you refuse to believe them, because they have sworn never to allow poor Nigerians enjoy the attendant benefits of a successful disbursement of the long-awaited funds. They can break the limits of desperation and hope to escape Judgment Day. That is serious. These are sworn, avowed enemies of disbursement. No, in any case, you would always have sections or classes of people of this caliber in some instances of this nature, especially when fund or money or finance has to be involved. So help us God. Seemingly not yet satisfied with meting insults through the offensive voice notes, one of the fake warriors again took to the airwaves. An erstwhile spokesperson of the UAG had to break away from the shadows of penance to come to add his own bit of malicious inconsistency to the crude mixture of lies he had warned. According to him, that after his personal investigations, there was nothing like grant. He said he made a personal investigation and he discovered that nothing existed. Nothing called grant in Nigeria is existing. But his warning was not heeded. So he is coming out again to warn against the protest. Who is asking for protest? And who is protesting? All right, I wouldn't want this commentary to be too long, and that this will be the end of this. We'll take the other part in some other voice notes, and it has come to a level where truth would always prevail. In instances of this nature, we always know that truth and lies move hand in hand, but truth would always prevail. In everything that we do, let us ensure that we are honest, ensure that we are sincere, and ensure that we are faithful, because nothing can be done against the truth but for the truth. His Excellency, yes, Apostle Ken Onwakama is a man of peace. To the least I know, is a man of peace. He tries everything possible to avoid anything that breaks out into acrimony, into bitterness, into bickering, into insinuations of any kind of insurrections. But in such cases of this magnitude, definitely you can know that there are evil people that will come out, especially when money is involved. The Bible says that money is the root of all evil. Let the masses breathe. Let them have some level of comfort and consolations for what is coming to them. Yes, the whole of Nigeria cannot be benefiting from this grant, but let the poor masses breathe. Let them breathe. You wouldn't believe that a whole lot of individuals that are pulling or at the helm of the affairs of this insurrection could be people that are to a certain extent comfortable. They're comfortable in their finance. They're comfortable in what comes to them. You see, but just because of evil submissions, they wouldn't want the money to get to the poor, the real grassroots that needed these funds. It is wickedness, arrant, sheer wickedness. Well, having said that, thanks for standing by. I said I wouldn't want this video to be too long. Thanks for standing by us. Thank you for subscribing to our channel. And if you are new to this channel or if you're a returning subscriber, please smash that like button and subscribe button. Then hit the notification bell so that you can always get information from us each time we post information of this magnitude. Be calm. Yes, from the office of the Hostrecom, be calm. This is a matter of public urgency and importance. So we just need to let you know what is on ground and what's going on. Thanks.